Hello, I'm Trevor Alonso, and this is my Big Games Trailer Review 7. I try to do this every year after the Super Bowl, where I go over the movie trailers that came out during the Super Bowl, and it was a little bit different this year. First, I'll talk about the game. Believe it or not, this is not the actual footage from the game. Thank you, NFL copyright infringement, but it's pretty much the same. Okay, I'm going to talk about the game a little bit. It was the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Philadelphia Eagles. That was the sound of the Philadelphia Eagles spanking the Kansas City Chiefs. And what was a massacre of a score of 22-40. Man, that was a beating. I was really rooting for the Chiefs. Yeah, I know, a lot of people don't like them just because they go to Super Bowl a lot. But man, this was a beating. But at least it wasn't as bad as 1989's 49ers and Denver Broncos, with the score of 55-10. God, that one's even worse. This year with the commercials, they weren't really that great. I thought they were okay. Nothing that really wowed me or made me laugh a lot. I had a few chuckles, but in a few days I'm probably not going to remember them, which is kind of sad because a lot of times the Super Bowl ads are supposed to be the funniest. Well, oh well, maybe next year they'll be funnier. The halftime show was... it was okay. I'm not really into rap. This year, a lot of movies released a trailer a few days before the Super Bowl or even during the day of the Super Bowl, and only release a small spot during the game. I'll kind of explain why that's going on. Lately, it's been harder and harder to get people to go to the movies, so you're not getting as big as a return as the usual times. Everything's kind of changed since COVID. Also, at the same time, streaming really changed, so people are waiting more and more until it's streaming on TV, in some form or capacity. Also, you have to know that each ad spot costs between $7 to $8 million for 30 seconds. I think the higher it goes up, the earlier it is during the game. Or you get certain spots around like certain areas like the halftime show or the first quarter. Spending the usual amount of money for an advertisement for a movie, plus spending another $8 million for 30 seconds, at least, that's really adding up. And there was actually only one movie to release a trailer during the Super Bowl. Now granted, they released an ad during the Super Bowl itself, and had the trailer come online at the same time. I'll get to that one last. So I'm gonna go through these movies. Fantastic Four. They didn't actually release one during the game, which I'm surprised. The movie looks really good. I'm hoping it's better than the last few ones, because so far the one that wasn't released officially is the best Fantastic Four movie. I'm glad we're finally getting Galactus as an actual bad guy the way he looks in the comics and not just a cloud. I'm really digging the futuristic 1960s look of the movie. I get this is in one of the multiverses that doesn't have the Avengers, and somehow this is going to cross over to our universe. So they don't have to retcon this whole thing of not having the Avengers in the 60s. Or, why hasn't the Fantastic Four already shown up if they're already in the 60s? Jurassic Park Rebirth. Okay, I'm gonna admit, the trailer looks decent, but I feel like they've done this before. Like starting with The Lost World, we go to a more dangerous island that was secret with even more dangerous dinosaurs. And we have to get whatever MacGuffin, and there's possibly a family in danger. Like, they keep doing that plot over and over. And you know what? It looks cool. I'm falling for it. I'll probably go see this or watch it when it's streaming. Smurfs. Okay, this one's even worse. The Smurfs. They literally have done this before, like a decade ago. It's the Smurfs. For some reason, they have to come into our world. They have an adventure here on Earth with humans. And on top of that, Smurfette is played by a pop star. They literally did this a decade ago. Even the exact same title. Why do they keep doing this? Okay, F1. Formula 1 is basically what it stands for. The Brad Pitt racing movie. This looks really good if it's going to be in an IMAX type theater with a loud sound, and it looks like they're filming it like they're putting you in the driver's seat, which kind of reminds me of how Top Gun Maverick was filmed. If they keep it at that level of a movie, with a great sound and putting you in there in the seat with the driver, it'll be great. If not, it could end up like that one Stallone Formula 1 racing movie, where it was okay, but not that great. Though, from what I'm reading about this movie, if it doesn't make $1 billion, it could actually bomb. So, no pressure. There was a spot for Novocaine, which is an action movie about a guy who can't feel any pain, and he has to go save a girl. And we already got a trailer for this before. This kind of looked like a shortened version of that trailer. Nothing really new. They didn't even release a trailer online. The spot for Mission Impossible: The Last Reckoning. This looked like clips from the trailer that's already out there, and it was only 30 seconds long. I already think the movie looks pretty good, but they didn't give us anything new. This is one of those cases where the studio's not spending very much money to make a spot, other than paying for that spot. I do think the movie looks really good. This is supposedly the last Mission Impossible, but that's kind of been said before once. And who knows if Tom Cruise in 10 years from now is like, I'm gonna make one more, or die trying. You know that Homer Simpson motto.
Homer, no! You'll kill us all!
Or die trying!
There's a spot for the live-action Lilo and Stitch, which I keep forgetting is being made. It was literally Stitch running across the football field. I'm not even sure if it was a whole 30 seconds. Of course, we already know the plot to Lilo and Stitch. This didn't really make me want to see the movie anymore. It just reminded me it existed. And again, no live-action trailer online, just that TV spot. The ad spot for How to Train Your Dragon, the live-action movie. My kids really love these movies. I thought they were really good when they came out, but this looks like an exact carbon copy already. Even down to Gerard Butler is playing the dad again. Now, it said there's going to be a whole trailer on Wednesday, I guess to not copy everybody else releasing a trailer today. Kind of a good idea to beat the competition. But, again, this looks like a carbon copy. If you're going to make it live action, you know, you could just translate the book and not copy the cartoon so much. Who knows, they might do something different. But for right now, it just looks like a carbon copy. So if they do something completely different and just go off the book instead of the cartoon, maybe I'll like it. My oldest isn't too happy that they're doing this. I think my youngest kid, he just kind of like, I like the cartoon.
Maybe they're not as bad as we think they are.
In case you forgot, our parents' war is about to become ours. Figure out which side you're on.
There's a TV spot for Megan 2.0, which was the exact same spot that came out online about a week and a half ago, of Megan doing that same hallway dance from the first one. This is one of those movies I keep on my list of I'm gonna watch it eventually. So sometime after I watch the first one, maybe I'll see this one. And last but not least, the Thunderbolts. This is the only movie to release a TV spot and trailer at the same time in the same night. I'm going to guess that somebody at Marvel, maybe Kevin Feige, has the YouTube app open, and as soon as that trailer dropped on the Super Bowl, they hit public on YouTube. This looks really good. Basically a ragtag team, which there's a lot of superhero ragtag teams, of anti-heroes, and yes, I know there's a bunch of them already, that have to come together and save the day. And they know they're not really super powered. Okay, Bucky kind of is, and so is US Agent, and Red Guardian. Okay, you got 3 people who basically have the strength of Captain America. It looks like they're going to be fighting Sentry, who is basically Marvel's answer to Superman, except more messed up. Because he gets his powers from a lab experiment, and in a lot of comics, he becomes mad. So I'm kind of wondering if he's going to be the bad guy for most of the movie or part of the movie, and he somehow joins the team and has to work with them to fight the even bigger bad guys. I'm wondering if the asterisk in the title is because Thunderbolt Ross is not in charge of this team. Usually in the comic books, the Thunderbolts are led by General Thunderbolt Ross, which we know that in the next movie he's going to be the Red Hulk and Captain America and Brave New World. I kind of wonder if he's going to make a cameo in this. I mean, come on, he's the president in this universe. And this looks really good, but not like the best Marvel movie ever. Like I've said many times before, Marvel is slowly and surely crawling back up. I'm definitely gonna check this one out. Okay, so that's my thoughts on the trailers that came out during the Super Bowl. Thank you for watching my video.